Hello everybody. Today I'm going to read a story called 5 Minutes Peace, and throughout the story I am going to model asking children questions. The questions will range from level 1 to level 4, and I'll explain this as I go. 5 Minutes Peace. The children were having breakfast. This was not a pleasant sight. Mrs. Large took a tray from the cupboard. She set it with a teapot, a milk jug, her favourite cup and saucer, a plate of marmalade toast, and a leftover cake from yesterday. She stuffed the morning paper into her pocket and sneaked off towards the door. I have some level 1 questions. What is this? Some marmalade. Can you see the teapot? Here it is. Point to the cup. Can you see another cup? At level 1 questions, children will be finding, naming, and identifying objects. Now I have some level 2 questions. Where are you going with that tray, Mum? Asked Laura. To the bathroom, said Mrs. Large. Why? Asked the other 2 children. Because I want 5 minutes peace from you lot, said Mrs. Large. That's why. Okay, who is this? This is Mummy. What is Mummy doing? She's opening the door. What is Mummy holding? She's holding her breakfast in a tray. Where are they? Where are the family? They're in the kitchen. Can you see the pans? Where are the pans? They are on top of the fridge. What is happening here, boys and girls? Mummy wants to go to the bathroom to eat her breakfast. Mummy is going and the boys and girls are talking to her. Level 2 questions ask questions such as who, what is happening, and where something is. Unlike level 1 questions, level 2 require the children to answer specifically where something is. They can't just point to the answer. For example, in the kitchen, on the fridge. Now I have some level 3 questions. Can we come? Asked Lester as they trailed up the stairs behind her. No, said Mrs. Large, you can't. What shall we do then? Asked Laura. You can play, said Mrs. Large, downstairs by yourselves, and keep an eye on the baby. I'm not a baby, muttered the little one. So what is Mummy trying to do, boys and girls? She's trying to go to the bathroom without the children so she can eat her breakfast without them. How is Mummy feeling? Let's look at her face. She's feeling a bit fed up, a bit cross. What do you think will happen next? I think Mummy will go to the bathroom and the children will play downstairs, just like she said. At level 3, questions require the children to summarise what is happening in the story. In this story so far, the children are pestering Mummy and she just wants to go and eat her breakfast alone. But level 3 questions require children to think about feelings. How is Mummy feeling? She's feeling a bit fed up and a bit cross at the children. And level 3 questions ask children to predict what they think will happen next. Here I have some more level 3 questions. Mrs. Large ran a deep hot bath. She emptied half a bottle of bath foam into the water, plunked on her bath hat and got in. She poured herself a cup of tea and lay back with her eyes closed. It was heaven. Okay, boys and girls, how is Mummy feeling now? She's feeling happy. She's feeling relaxed. What has happened to the children? Can you remember? They're downstairs playing by themselves. What do you think will happen next? I think Mummy will enjoy her breakfast and have lots of peace and quiet. Oh no, that's not what happened. Can I play you my tune? Asked Lester. Mrs. Large opened one eye. Must you? She asked. I've been practicing, said Lester. You told me to. Can I, please? Just for 1 minute. Go on then, sighed Mrs. Large. So Lester played. He played Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star 3.5 times. So level 4 questions now. They require children to justify what's happening, explain what's happening, and identify what's happening. So let's start by identifying. How does Mum feel now? She's fed up again. She's looking very sad. How do we know? Let's justify. How do we know she's feeling sad? Her eyes are sloping downwards. She has a sad face. Why? Let's explain why she's feeling sad. She's feeling sad because she wanted to eat her breakfast in peace. And Lester has come in with his noisy recorder. Then in came Laura. Can I read you a page from my reading book? She asked. No, Laura, said Mrs. Large. Go on, all of you, off downstairs. Will you let Lester play his tune? Said Laura. I heard you like him better than me. It's not fair. Oh, don't be silly, Laura, said Mrs. Large. Go on then, just 1 page. So Laura read. She read 4.5 pages of Little Red Riding Hood. Let's go back to a level 3 question to predict. What do we think will happen next? We have Lester, we have Laura. What will happen next? I think the baby is going to join next. Let's see. I was right. In came the little one with a trunk full of toys. For you, he beamed, flinging them all into the bathwater. Oh, thank you, dear, said Mrs. Large weakly. Can I see the cartoons in the paper? Asked Laura. Can I have the cake? Said Lester. Can I get in with you? Asked the little one. Mrs. Large groaned. Oh. In the end, they all got in. The little one was in such a hurry, he forgot to take off his pajamas. Oh dear, what are they doing? That's a level 2 question. They're all having a good old splash in the bath. And a level 3 question, how is Mummy feeling? She's a bit cross, bit fed up. How do we know? Because her face is a bit grumpy. Why is she cross? Because she wanted 5 minutes peace and the children have disturbed her. Mrs. Large got out. She dried herself, put on her dressing gown and headed for the door. "Where are you going now, Mum?" asked Laura. "To the kitchen," said Mrs. Large. "Why?" asked Lester. "Because I want 5 minutes peace from you lot," said Mrs. Large. "That's why." Do some level 4 questions again. How is Mummy feeling? She's feeling cross. We've identified. Let's justify. How do we know she's feeling cross? Because she has a very angry face. Her face is all screwed up and she's leaving. Why? Let's explain. Why is she cross? Because she wants 5 minutes peace and the children are not letting her. So off she went downstairs, where she had 3 minutes and 45 seconds of peace before they all came to join her. That's the end, boys and girls. I'm going to share with you one more example of a level 4 question. I'm going to go back in the story and find where the children and Mummy are all climbing the stairs. Have a look at this page. I'm going to identify. Look out the window. Do you think it's day or night? It's daytime. Let's justify. How do we know it's daytime? Because the sun is in the sky and the sky is nice and light. Is there any other clues which tell us that it's daytime? Yes. Mummy is still in her pajamas and she's making her breakfast. That's another clue that tells us that it's now daytime. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that story and I hope mummies and daddies that was helpful for how to level questions when reading with children. Thank you very much.